Just when you thought it could not get any crazier in the country of America, just when you thought you hit the head of the cost of living crisis, the housing market crisis, in Alabama, the eggs are $30. That's what our client told us. With everything going on, the declining economy, the stocks that are plummeting, you thought that it was like, all right, that it can't get worse. We are 1 month in to the new presidency. The policies are completely flipped. Everything shifted. Immigrants are self-deporting themselves. People of all nations in America are looking like, what is going on? Just when you thought it would not get worse. Just when you thought, oh, that's probably it. It couldn't get any more. Look, didn't I just do a video? If you're new here, welcome. I'm Tiffany. I am a married woman with plenty of children who lives in Southeastern Africa and have been here since 2020. This that I'm about to tell you, child, remember I told you, go back to the videos, I told you I had a dream and the word of the Most High came to me and said they will have no autonomy. And so I saw what was Donald Trump putting people in different positions that they did not want to be in. It didn't care if they didn't want to do the job. It didn't matter if that wasn't the job they had 2 years ago. They could be in engineering, but now they're going to be in dumpster picking if that's what he says that he wants them to do. I said this just at the beginning of this week, just the top of this week. And there was such a dread in my spirit when I announced it. And when I was even like in the dream and like, what the heck? Go back to part 2, okay? But understand that it just got 10 times worse. I can't even believe this, y'all. Drop a comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. This is breaking news. At one of the White House meetings, I guess like the press conference that they do, I don't know how many times they do this, but he signed all these executive orders, but one in particular stood out more than most. The context, he's in the Oval Office, there's these 2 white guys behind him, pretty old, they're laughing. They're cracking up as he's announcing this. This is why Elon was so happy at the inauguration. If y'all didn't watch that, please. If y'all still on this stuff about, I don't want to watch the news, okay. You're not going to know what's going on when you find out who your new neighbor is, which I'm about to get to. Donald Trump announced that the U.S. citizenship, green card, gone. Now you may say that's fantastic. He's getting rid of all the immigrants. Great. Now the new one coming in is the gold card, a $5 million citizenship. The U.S. passport is now worth $5 million. Can somebody say sold out? Can somebody say sold out? Can somebody say he just sold everybody in America out?
He sold everybody in America out.
For real, like this, y'all, this is worse than 2020. Does anybody understand what this means? When you wake up in the next 3 to 4, and by the way, he said he's passing this in the next 2 weeks, it'll be ready. And they were cracking up. Him and his buddies in the Oval Office, go watch it. Y'all who say, well, I don't really watch the news. Okay, that's fine. I do. I watch it from time to time. I take about 20, 30 minutes of my day just to see what the news says. It won't kill you. 20, 30 minutes, you'll be all right to just understand what's happening. That video lasted, the clip lasted about 2 minutes. That's all it took to get that information. Not too much time. $5 million for the U.S. passport. He said, y'all green passport holders, y'all green cards, y'all can get out. Y'all immigrants, y'all can get out. And the funny thing that one of the guys said, I don't know if he's like a senator or who he is, but he was cracking up and he said as a joke, y'all, they be telling you, he said, so can Russian oligarchs get the golden visa, get the golden citizenship for $5 million? And Trump is like, actually, I do know some Russian oligarchs. They're actually great people. And they're just laughing. They're laughing in your face. They ain't laughing in my face. I'm not in America. They're literally laughing in your face like, ha, I just sold America off. He's like, ha, I'm about to be floating in money. He's like 5 million per citizenship. Whoever wants it, come and get it quickly. Whoever wants that citizenship. 5 million. Doesn't matter if you're Russian, Chinese, you got $5 million. Come over here quickly. Come get your citizenship, because what he said, he literally said, our US deficit is so much, but I'm feeling much better about the plans that I have. I'm inviting people from Dubai, inviting people from Saudi Arabia into the country. You know, the economy is gonna be much better now. He's like, I fixed it. This is why Trump said, he's like, I literally just fixed it in 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I just fixed all of your debt problems. You know how? Because I just sold the entire country off to oligarchs. I just sold the country off to the billionaire mobs. He sold it. Why do you think Elon's in there? He's South African. He's not American. He don't care about that. It's not about where you were born. It's about what you look like. It's about what you look like. Okay? Because let it be a black billionaire, they ain't gonna get the passport. They shipping them back. They say, I don't care how much you make, but you can go back home. Because we want to make America white again. Although it was never completely white, that's just like a fantasy. So there's that. But y'all, this is big. This is enormous. This is strange. And he said it on film. He said, you know, nothing like this has ever been done in history. He's just so honored to sell off the entire country. He's like, you know, nothing like this has ever been done. Nobody ever came up with a great solution like I just did. That's what he's saying. And, you know, nobody's reporting on it. I think Americans are so stunned. It is breaking news. It is recent. But typically I'll see like economists reporting on it a little bit more. I'll see like some different people that I subscribe to that are economists, you know, different people reporting on it. But I think they're just kind of frozen. They're just like, we've been sold out so quickly. Because it was just a few months ago, everybody was like, you know, Kamala was in office. Well, first of all, she had been the vice president. I don't know if y'all didn't know that. She was the vice president the whole time. Then people were like, oh my gosh, well now she's gonna be the president. Oh my gosh, the country sold out to these immigrants. You thought the immigrants that just had middle income status were bad. Watch when your oligarchs come in. The issues that you have right now in Spain and Portugal with inflation and gentrification coming in because rich people come in, Americans come in and hike up the prices, you're gonna have those in your suburban neighborhood in America. You're gonna have that next door. You're gonna look out the window and your neighbor is a Russian oligarch, a multi-billionaire. And he's doing whatever the heck he wants. It could be a Switzer oligarch. It could be a Swedish oligarch. It could be a German oligarch. It could be an Australian oligarch. It could be a Ukrainian oligarch. It could be an Israeli oligarch. It doesn't matter. $5 million. I want you to start thinking what kind of people, what kind of businesses are people in to where they drop $5 million on a citizenship? Let's see. Tech firms, data people, elites of different countries in Europe, and Dubai and Saudi Arabia and Kuwait. And so all these people coming in, he said they're going to create so many jobs. I'm like, are they going to pay a great living wage? Are they looking for secondary citizen slaves that they can manipulate in a modern way? That's all right. I'm going to mind my business. I took my little 9 minutes on here. I'm going to mind my business. Go eat some ice cream from Madagascar. Because this is crazy. Like I'm literally watching a Netflix movie and it's not Netflix. It's the actual nation of America. And I'm so thankful that I sacrificed to get out of that forsaken nation because it's truly been forsaken. You're at a level where you're selling out the U.S. passport, U.S. citizenship. Typically the only countries you see do that are countries that are failing. So if anybody had any questions, you're like, America's not really failing, you may want to rethink that notion. You may want to read the news, pray, discern the times, read your scriptures, and then you may want to take quick radical action because he said this is going into development in the next 2 weeks. As early as the middle of March, when y'all going on spring break, y'all spending y'all spring break money on Florida, Disney World, Disneyland, all them folks. Circleville, if you're in Ohio. You're spending your money on vacation. Meanwhile, he's inviting the Russian oligarchs, the billionaires in. Bernie Sanders had warned people, but because he's a Democrat, I'm not Democrat or Republican. I'm divested. I could care less. But he warned people and said it's going to turn into an oligarchy. Please look up this terminology. Please look up what this means so that you can understand what is coming. Because if you think it won't affect you and your lineage, you got something else coming. You're going to have hyper, super duper crazy, mind-blowing inflation, followed by market crash, which really isn't a crash for the billionaires. It's a crash for the middle, what do you call it? Middle-class people. So middle-class people, it's time for you to make the decision to exit America while you're still somewhat on an up and up. You still have somewhat leverage because we're only 6 weeks in. Take whatever coins you got. Board your flight. Fly to Ghana. Fly to Senegal, visa-free for Americans. Fly to South Africa. Fly to Botswana. Fly to Tanzania. Fly to Kenya. Fly, I don't care if you want to fly to Ethiopia. I don't care if you want to fly to Morocco. Get out. Because what you're about to witness has never been done before. And I can promise you, I can guarantee you, because I've seen it, Americans will have no autonomy. Get to the motherland today. You're already late. The best time to get to the motherland was yesterday, but the second best time is today. Shalom, shalom. Use discernment, be blessed. Feel free to binge the Black Educators Amplified playlist to get your business off the ground in record time. Shalom, shalom.